Hello everyone, Crystal here with It's a Journaling Thing. I just wanted to show you all some of this junk journal that I've been working on. I wanted to record a bit of it to show you how it looks now because I'm going to be changing some things up on it. I actually got this from the junk journal retreat that I went to back in Saturday. Hey y'all, Crystal here with It's a Journaling Thing. And I did record how this junk journal was looking, that it didn't, I felt like it didn't have room to expand and didn't have enough room. It actually ended up being something that I've put all my Christmas stuff in for future Christmas journals. And it's sitting like this. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's thicker at the bottom than it is at the top. I don't really like that, so once I get it put together, I may go back and maybe, move some stuff at the bottom up to the top. I'll show you what I mean, later on in the video. But I got this. It's an old book, and I got it at a retreat that I went to in Pennsylvania, that I said earlier. And I just really wanted to use it. I ended up having to make Franken paper, as Kelly calls it, to have pages that are big enough. So you can see where I have some digitals and I added on to them to make the pages big enough. And I have a bunch of jelly prints through it and everything that I did. So I just put my pages together, made them big enough, and then I did jelly printing, on the sides or the, whatever areas that needed to be covered. So far what I've done is it's 4 signatures, and I kind of got this idea from Kelly too, although I have seen it elsewhere, where you sew your signatures, each individual signature. I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and then you put some kind of heftier cardboard or hefty scrapbook paper on the outside of it. So what ends up being is you glue the first signature to the second signature, and then the third signature, the second to the third, and the third to the fourth. And then I will be gluing the front cover on there and then the back cover on the back. I'm sorry to say, Kelly, but this was going to be covered up, so I was able to rip most of it off of here. I don't know if you remember or not, but you had put some of your digitals on there, and I was able to get this whole piece off where I'll be able to use it, but this one did rip. I'm going to be covering it up, so I wanted to try to see if I could get it off of there anyway and, use it elsewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the front cover on, and then probably the back cover onto these two. Then I'm going to glue all of it together and set something heavy on top of it and just let it dry good. I don't know that this is going to help my problem any. I mean, it may expand it, a little bigger for me to be able to add more into it. But I think it, in a long run, I think it's going to be better, better than it was before. It's still as you've seen in the beginning of the video, it still had the spine to the book, and it was clearly, not wide enough. And I thought about just making a bigger spine and try binding them in, or, sewing them in or whatever, but I decided to go this route. This glue is always such a pain. It's hard to squeeze, it bubbles out the top. I'm sure you all know. Let's see, what is it? This is the Fabric Fix. And the 3-in-1 does it also. Let me get this over here because there's glue oozing out of it and I don't want to waste it. I wanted to get this done and uploaded yesterday, but just have a lot to do. Okay, so there's the cover on. Now let's do the back. Oh, this stuff is aggravating. Do you all have as much trouble with Fabrifix, Fabri-Tac, 3-in-1? It seems like all of those glues are kind of a pain sometimes, but I like to use it because it works really good. Try to get a lot on there so it'll hold. And also, it not drying by the time I get to it. Okay, hopefully that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to be gluing. Make sure I'm not doing this upside down. Gluing the back one. I hope it's going to be right. Let me see what it looks like. I think it'll be okay. I just don't really like how this is looking right here. I know what I can do. I'll fix that later. I know what I'll do. Get some more glue in there. Well, I hope you all had a good Christmas. And I can't believe we're already getting ready to move into 2026. It's crazy. See, I could have glued this back here, but then that would have made my pages stick out that much more. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this, and then I'll fix it right here somehow. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this one to this one. And set a book on it, or set some books on it, something heavy, so it can dry good. have to go back through and that is not straight. Come off. I'll have to go back through and these parts that are white right here, I'm gonna have to, I'll do something with those. Totally just stuck myself with that wire on that ribbon. Okay. I don't want to mess with it because I feel like I'm going to pull it apart, but I need to make sure that there is enough glue. And I think what I'm going to do is put some clips on here. See if these right here will work. I don't know if I have any. Yeah. That might be okay. See, it's still pretty sticking out, and that's causing them clips won't fit far enough down there. So that's causing the back to come off. I think I get everything pretty even, but let's see, what am I going to do? Okay, so I'm going to take these clips, since I just glued those together. I'm gonna put about 4 of those on here because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to set something heavy on top of it. It's gonna be, I think it will. Whatever I set on it is not gonna stay, I don't think. See, look at that. Look at that nonsense. Sometimes what I'll do is unscrew the lid. That's hard to do, you know, every time if you're still using it, and that's kind of hard to do. Let's see. I'm gonna put some more clips. Maybe a couple. The front cover in there. And then I'll do a couple for the back cover. And that last signature. Okay. So, alrighty. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, and then I will... That does not want to stay on there. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, and then I will be back, and we will take a look and see how it has turned out. See y'all soon. Hey y'all. I'm back to finish this video up. But first, I wanted to read an inspirational, motivational quote. If you believe in yourself, anything is possible. That's a good one too. So I'm back to finish up the video on my Christmas junk journal / holder for all my Christmas stuff for future Christmas junk journals. So I think it's finished for now. I mean, obviously I'll be putting more stuff in it as I go. But as you can see, it's still kind of, I haven't been able to move some of the stuff that's tucked in the bottom up to the top yet. That's probably just just me. It's just bothering me a little bit, but it'll be okay. It is better than it was. So this was the spine that I had before, and I've managed to move it to this. I can see I need to put a little bit more glue right here, but it did expand it. And also, before in the video, I was concerned where the edge of the book board was showing. So I just took another piece of that ribbon and glued it there. And so that took care of that problem. So now we'll go ahead and do a flip through. So this is a tree that I drew. I just thought it was really cute and decided to put it in here. This is from Kelly. She's at Root Pursuit. Some of her Christmas digitals. When I got this book, she had put some of her digitals in it, although I have purchased those from her before. They are nice digitals. And then here is some jelly print. This is one of the digitals. I hope y'all can see good. Let's see about moving you down a little bit. Okay. This was a digital. I can't remember from where. And this right here I actually grabbed from the retreat as well. There's a few things in here that I did grab from the retreat, and I just saved them up until I did this, made this junk journal. But there's just stuff tucked in here, you know, for later use. And I did this right here from where it was just scrap saved from where I did the signatures. I just clipped it off the top of it and had it left, and so I just glued it right there. And then here is a little charm that was with this bear book that was, from Kelly. And then these are just Christmas cards that I had. Some of them, are new, up-to-date Christmas cards. And as you'll see, some of them are pretty antique Christmas cards. And so there's just, some goodie stuff there. And what I did here is I just put a pocket in. And there's some goodie stuff there. And I will go ahead and mention, I put page tabs on here, kind of listing what's on, in that spot or whatever. Because when I was working on this, I had all my Christmas stuff that I was going through, and I was having a hard time. Once I started stuffing stuff somewhere, I was having a hard time, like if I had a Christmas tree, I couldn't find the Christmas tree spot. So I was like, I'm going to put some tabs on here, and then that way I'll know where it's at. So this right here was just something that I thought was cute. It was out of a newspaper that we got. This was from the retreat. And then there's some goodies tucked in there. And there's a pocket here. And then this was just the front of a card, and I actually picked it up from the retreat. If somebody painted this with watercolors, I don't know who you were, but if this was yours, let me know, because it's a good job. This is, I don't know, I can't say the biggest junk journal. I guess it would be the second biggest. My paper bag one is probably my biggest. So that would make this one the second biggest. And as I said before in the video, I had to make my pages bigger. Because it was just, I don't know, kind of a awkward shape. To give you an idea, this is typically the size of the junk journal that I make. Something along those lines. Okay, so this right here is an antique card. And then I've just put a bunch of numbers in here. So I got my page tab there saying numbers. Here's some goodies. Then this is a bunch of faux Christmas stamps. There's the page tab for that. Then there's those goodies. And then this is holly and wreaths and stuff like that. This was also in a newspaper. This is birds. And then I just took these in here. I got these at the retreat that I hosted back in November from Terry. And then here is the envelope, and I just decided to put it in here because it's got snowflakes and all that on it. And then I just slid that snow globe in the window. And I put these cards in there. They say warmest wishes on them. Some music. And, when I done the jelly prints, I just got paint everywhere. And I just really don't mind that at all. So this one right here is an antique card. And it actually folds up like this. So I just put 2 pockets here, and I'll put little things in there. You went down? Kipper? You went down, little boy? Kipper's sitting here in the chair beside me. So this right here is a pocket, and I just put like sweet stuff in here. There's some cookies and hot cocoa and that sort of ephemera there. I don't know if y'all can see the snowman. And then, where previously in the video where I said I was having to join the signatures and it left me with a white page, I just covered it with some wrapping paper real quick just to get the white out of the way. Then this right here was a gift bag, and I just covered this part right here with some wrapping paper. I really like this one. I say that with all of them. I say, well, this is my favorite. And then I'll do another one and I'll say, this one's my favorite. And then this is an antique Christmas card. And it's just got some, little things in there. It's Christmas sayings or whatever. Here's an antique one. It's got a pocket there. I haven't put anything in it yet. And then here is these. And here's a pocket, and it's got leftover clippings from the newspaper that I just stuffed in there. There's one of those white pages again with I just threw some wrapping paper on it. This is from Digital from Kelly. This pocket here is Santa Claus. Bunch of little goodies in there. And I want to say real quick too, Juanette over at Juanette's Crafting Corner, she gave me the idea of going around the edge of your fussy cuts with a gold acrylic marker. I don't know if you can see it. But instead of, like distress inking around everything, it's a good idea. So thank you, Juanette, for that idea. Especially looks good on these, on the Christmas fussy cuts. That right there is just where I cleaned my brayer off. Thought it turned out pretty well. This is an antique Christmas card, and it also folds out like this. And I've got a pocket here. Another antique Christmas card, or old Christmas card. I haven't put anything in that one yet. And then here is Snowman. I'm surprised I only have 2 snowmen in here. Because, I don't know, snowmen are my favorite. Okay. Almost to the end, y'all. I did these. I know you noticed some of the shapes. I don't know if I can flip back through here and find them. But I pointed out the snowman. There was one with stars. Here's one with Christmas trees. I used cookie cutters. Turned out pretty cool. And then here's this stuff here. This is just an old Christmas card, and it's got some extras in here. And then here is just some extra tuck spots and pockets and stuff. Here is an old card. And I've got Christmas words here in these 2 pockets. And then in the back here, I just took some of Kelly's Digital and covered this white part up. Then made just a little pocket here. And these are from her Digital also. I know I'm a little late. I wanted to get this uploaded by Christmas, but things it just didn't work out that way. So there we have it. I really like it. It's crazy that I went from this to that. So, alrighty. I hope you all think about making you a Christmas junk journal / stuff all the Christmas ephemera in there. And if I don't see y'all before the new year, I hope y'all have a happy and safe new year. And thank you for watching. I love y'all. Oh, wait. Let's say hi to Kipper. Say hello, everybody. Say hello. Say thank you for supporting my mommy's channel. We love y'all. Okay, y'all. That's it for now. I'll see y'all in my next video. Thank you. Oh, and just a reminder, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. It helps my channel out. And also, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you on my journey. See y'all. Good evening, y'all. So, first off, I want to apologize about the beginning of this video. I'm not real sure exactly what happened with it. And I don't really do a lot of editing or anything like that to my videos. So, I wanted to just clarify that this was a book that I got from the Junk Journal Retreat that I went to back in May, I think it was. And it was on the D-Stash table. And Kelly over at Root Pursuit is the one that had put it together and put it on the D-Stash table, and I grabbed it. In the video, I did show, that it had this skinny spine here, and I went from that to this. And it seems like it's going to work pretty well so far. Other than, like I was talking about, where it's thicker at the bottom than it is the top. So eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, and some of the stuff that's, pretty full and at the bottom and everything, I'll try to move up at the top of the page and just kind of even it out, maybe through each signature. So I think that will, work out okay. I just wanted to clarify that up because the beginning of the video, I don't know what cut off or where it went or, any of that, what happened or anything. So I just wanted to clarify where I got it from and all of that. And so I'll see you all in my next video. I love y'all.